I'm Terry Jaspicio, and let me tell you, I have made my own dating life very hard for myself and for the men who have dated me, for sure. Um, I'm the first to admit that I'm not easy, and part of the problem is that I have gone in trying to win, and this is a problem. It actually came to light with that whole Suzanne Venker piece from foxnews.com, which got so much attention. She raised the hackles of every feminist by saying that it was women's fault that there were no marriageable men, that it's our fault that there are no men with whom we deign appropriate for marriage or partnership. Now, that's going a little far, and she knows she pushed it, and that's how she got so much attention and got a ton of coverage from that one post. However, it did raise some things for me because I realized that my need to win and be better than or be stronger than or to prove that I didn't need a man has actually not worked in my favor. I've always thought that by being super independent and proving to potential mates that I didn't need anyone, that I would be very attractive, because you always hear that men don't like needy, clingy women. And so it's always been my goal, right, to not be needy. And so I've become very self-sufficient. I started to think that I was a fish who did not need a bicycle. And in a lot of ways, that's true. If I never met another man for the rest of my life and I just lived my life, I would be fine. But I could probably be better if I were willing to open myself up to be vulnerable and to be hurt and to love someone else. I have had great success in the world functioning with a masculine model. And so one of the things I know I've been trying to do is get more in touch with what that feminine side means. And the idea of being submissive or passive or weaker, of course, just rubs me the wrong way. And I don't think that's how we have to do it. I don't think that's how you have to do it. I believe there is a real strength in feminine power, and we're still trying to figure out what that is. But I can tell you what it isn't. And it isn't trying to go in and beat men at their own game. That doesn't work. And if you've been single like me, then you know there's a limit to how successful that game is. I'm really good at being guarded, and I realize that those guards don't always do us a great service when we're trying to connect in a really intimate way. I have one client who has mastered the aloof thing, and so she wonders why guys just sort of fade away because they don't think she likes them. For people to feel attracted to you, you have to show attraction. And that means showing that you might like them or want them. And that can be risky because you open yourself up to rejection, right? There's no love without risk of rejection. And I have to learn that, and you have to learn that. And it's not easy. It is the only way to really learn to love someone. And while I've said I'm not, out to find a husband in 2 seconds, I realized that it would be a waste of a life if I weren't able to try loving that way. And it would be a waste for you too.